Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol OCGN, Ocugen Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I want every single investor to be aware that I have a few ticker symbols to talk about and a new ticker symbol for every single investor to add to their watch list. Now I'm going to talk about two ticker symbols first that were mentioned in the comment section. I'm going to share with you guys how I feel about them, my thought process when I look at stocks, and you guys might learn a little bit more about stocks and why the certain stocks that I choose or share with you guys you want to add to your watch list and keep on your radar. So stay tuned for more information on that, and you guys won't want to miss today's ticker symbol to add to your watch list. So Ocugen Inc. It's starting to pull back. A lot of people were mentioning yesterday, what's a good price? What's a good time? When is it? Well, you have to do your research and understand why you want to get into a company, and then you'll probably know when's a good time, because any of this movement here, which I'm going to zoom out in just a moment, if you're truly bullish on a company, any of this movement here within this area has no relevance to where you see the stock going. Okay? So when people ask when's a good time, I honestly don't have that answer for you, because you need to do your own due diligence and research. I need people to understand that. That's probably like the biggest thing about the whole entire stock market. When people are telling you buy here, buy there, get in now, get out later, like all that stuff, sometimes it's misleading, okay? And I'm not here to mislead anyone. I'm here to give my unbiased opinion, which a lot of people appreciate. And I really appreciate that when I see that type of feedback, like, hey, I really realize how you do your videos and you really focus in on what matters, which is how I want to do my videos. No hype, just raw data. And when I choose a ticker symbol for you guys to add to your watch list, I am in no way, shape, or form telling anyone to go ahead and make any purchase, sell, or hold on any of those ticker symbols. I'm here to enlighten you guys on cues that are important on the chart. Also give people a peace of mind on what's going on and why it's happening, right? And then they have to make their own rational decisions if it's time to stay or get in or get out. And when I share a ticker symbol, it's for the best interest of every single investor to either watch it, do further due diligence and make a rational decision, or watch it and learn from it, okay? That's what I do here. So when people are asking, when's a good time to buy, and this and that, you guys can talk to each other if you want in the comments down below. I don't mind that, because that's not coming from me. That's you guys conversating on the video. That's completely cool. And I appreciate seeing everyone's comments. Hey, Ocugen to the moon. Hey, you know, this is going to hit $10 in no time. Hey, I knew this was going to run up. You know, all that type of feedback, that's cool, man. I really appreciate that. And I like it when you guys are all animate about the stocks that you're in, why you chose it, and what you're seeing. But I would never, in no shape or form, tell anyone when's a good time to buy. Because, like I just circled, everything going on here has no relevant scenario compared to where you see this stock going if you're truly investing in it for the right purpose, right? You don't want to get into a stock because it's hype. You don't want to get into a stock because of FOMO, right? That happens to people. FOMO, fear of missing out. And then they see it go in this direction and they're like, what's going on? I thought this stock ran up. What's going to happen next? I thought I was going to... And they get in anywhere here because of FOMO. I'm telling you right now, when you buy a stock or you get into a stock, you're not worried about all of this. Unless you're a day trader, you're a swing trader, or you're doing your research to know why you're watching this, and you need to know what's going on. Because when I do these videos, I'm talking to the day trader, the swing trader, and even the long-term trader, because you want to know how quickly is it moving down, what to look for the next day. This is all important still, but when you really know why you're in a stock, like I said, all of this is irrelevant compared to the upward momentum that you see or believe in. I've learned this through trading, and I've learned this through institutional investors, okay? That's one of the biggest things that has taught me how to understand more the market more than anything. The way institutional investors react to stocks. You think that when stocks are moving up and down, they're getting out. Sometimes they get in. They take in larger positions. And you're like, what's going on? Why are they doing that? And it's because they know it can come right back up, like we saw here, or they're not worried about this movement. They see beyond this point, okay? But there's also the risk, like we saw, that it fell to these lows here of 130 and 140, and it can come right back down here if that FDA approval doesn't happen, which I want to go ahead and say thank you to the investor that he said the 500-pound gorilla. I really liked his way of expressing, like, everything's official, this and that, but the 500-pound gorilla is the next step, which is the FDA approval, which takes time. And that's the biggest thing right now that's going to make Ocugen kind of stagnant. So we want to look for a consolidation, hopefully, somewhere up here. And that if it does go in a downward trend, may it be this slow, right? Until the next catalyst. But I appreciate everyone's comments yesterday, because I've talked about why it went up here, why it went up here. And when these things happen, I wanted everyone to be aware of it. It happened because of news. And here we got news again. Now, I did see a comment that stated, same old news, same thing, different day. Now, it's kind of correct and not, because it made a lot of people aware that it's officially now the U.S. market distributor, Ocugen. But we've known that since way back here. That's why this ran up. So this thing runs on news. Okay, that's one of the biggest things I've noticed about Ocugen. But what I really want to see is this consolidate up here. But I mean, the bulls definitely need to reappear to even hold this up, because the 50-day moving average is 276. We're at 280. This is catching up to the price really, really fast. I mean, so fast. So resistance needs to be broken through. So let's look at our support. The lowest point reached in the day and in this sideways movement so far is 257. If that gets broken through, I mean, we've gotten pretty deep into bearish territory, and the next support would be down here at 238. So if 257 gets broken through, 238 is the next point. We'll have to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. So keep that in mind. But I would use the first support level as 276. Even though the official one is 257, 276 is the 50-day moving average, and I would use that as the first point to see this getting into bearish territory, and how it's hanging out between 276 and 257 to see if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up before it gets anywhere near the support. But if it breaks through it, your next point is 238, and you definitely want to watch the behavior of how this is reacting. Now, our resistance level is 297. The bulls definitely need to break through that. They need to turn that into a support, reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and the next point would be way up here at 345, which there was 2 rejections there. Very important resistance level in the near term for the next coming weeks and days. But before getting there, 297 needs to be broken through, turn into a support, so that the bulls can continue to work their way up further away from the 50-day moving average, maintain this momentum, and control in bullish territory. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned for the ticker symbols I'm about to talk about, and the ticker symbol you definitely want to add to your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm going to share with you guys is in the mobile gaming sector, and there's so much room moving forward for this stock. Now, before we talk about that stock that you want to add to your watch list in the mobile gaming sector, I have 2 ticker symbols to share with you guys that other investors talked about, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time, and I'm going to share how I feel about them. So AVGR, it's a penny stock. Would I ever recommend a penny stock? Probably if there's a big event coming up, or I know anything that is going to create a catalyst, I would mention it. and tell you guys it's a very speculative play. There's high risk, high reward, high risk, high loss as well, right? So I definitely would state that when I'm talking about a ticker symbol like this. Would I recommend this? No, I would not tell anyone to add this to their watch list because I don't really know why it's running up. I haven't had time to check it out. It might be that they're finally becoming profitable or a new innovation that's giving this optimistic outlook, which the chart is looking pretty good so far, but the total market cap is so small that if you get in now and this becomes $1 billion company or more, then you got in on time. But how do you know it's going to get there? It takes so much other understanding, right? You got to dig real deep. So I don't like the market cap that much. And the second thing is the income statements in the last 3 years up to 2019, from 2016 to 2019. And in the quarterly, we can see in 2020, not a single profitable dollar, right? Never been profitable. And even on the annual, it's never been profitable in the last 4 years. Now, what has changed from 2020 December to 2021 January? Could it have finally become profitable? Probably. Or it's an innovation. I don't understand this company enough to tell anyone to add this to their watch list, but this is a swing trade play or a day trade play based off the chart. I mean, you could see it here, how it's reacted a few times within just a few days throughout December, and even now in January after this pullback, it's already running back up. Now, I saw this come up on my stock screener a few times, and that's definitely something that was interesting, the amount of volume that it had, but that was just, a ticker symbol that you would swing trade or day trade. Did I consider at some point swing trading this or day trading this? I did, but I try to stay away from these when I don't know enough, okay? Because it's very risky. Now, the second one is ASX. Now, this is comparable to yesterday's mention, which is UMC. And UMC is worth a little bit more than this one, but when we look at this chart, it's been growing exponentially around the same time frame as UMC. Very interesting. So this is another competitor in the semiconductor sector. So for the investor that mentioned this one, thank you so much for sharing it and bringing it to everyone's attention. It looks like it's had a lot of growth, but the market cap is a little bit smaller. I do want you guys to be aware of that. So if the market cap was to grow to 23 billion and it's worth more than the other one, right, which is UMC, that could be a sign that it's right there fighting with it and they're around the same valuation. But if it comes up to 23 billion and the total amount per share is less than $9.50, that was where UMC was yesterday when we talked about it, then there could be some upward room here because it has $1 to grow and they're at the same market cap. So that means that it's almost a whole dollar ahead. I know it's kind of confusing. So the higher the market cap and the lower the US dollar, the better of a chance there is that as it continues to grow, it can actually grow with it and grow even more exponentially. So that's going to be interesting. It's a little bit below it, and you could see the price difference, right? It's $2 and some change, but they are far apart from each other when it comes to the market cap and also revenue, okay? So revenue fluctuates a little bit here for this company, like up and down. It's a little bit wild. And then it was a lot more revenue back in 2016 than it has been now. And net income. Revenue has been growing, right? And here we could see the revenue going up and down and then net income going up and down with it. But the annual revenue has been growing year after year. But the thing is, net income is more important than revenue, and net income has gone down. So every single year, it's gone lower and lower to the point that it's almost dropped to a point where it's like $500 million, but now revenue is like 13 billion. That means more money's coming in, but not a lot of money staying. It's like probably going out into different costs. So This makes this a little bit different than UMC. UMC is a growing company. Now, I'm not saying ASX isn't growing, but in the last couple of years, revenue has gone up and profit margin has gone down. So something's going on there with their profits. Either they're taking on more debt, who knows what they're doing. You'll have to do further digging, but this is one to definitely think about. But UMC is growing tremendously compared to this one. So what's the ticker symbol you guys want to add to your watch list? Well, that is Glue Mobile. GLUU, Glue Mobile Inc. Now, this is the one that's been downgraded. It's sitting at $8.98, and price targets are up at the $10 range. Now, it's been dropped by a few cents, but there's still room from $10 to $11 from where we're at. And even if this pulls back down to that $8.50, even down here to $7.70, or even these lows of $6.80, there's so much room. We'll have to see why it's falling and what price targets are being reiterated if they continue to get downgraded. But if they stay the same, that might be an opportunity. So this is definitely one you want to add to your watch list. Do further due diligence, do further research, check out more articles. And there was a rumor that Glue Mobile Inc. was going to probably merge, right, with Tencent. And that might be Tencent's opportunity to get into the markets and not just be over-the-counter market through Tencent, but if not through Glue Mobile, which is pretty interesting as well. So if anybody knows any more information on that, or if that rumor has died down, please comment down below. But this is definitely one to add to your watch list moving forward. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you guys so much, and let's make some money.